Hi everyone, myself Vamsi Krishna. In this session, we are going to discuss monitoring Spring Boot application with Prometheus and Grafana. Before starting with the actual implementation, I just want to explain you the architecture of Prometheus. What exactly happens with Prometheus architecture is Prometheus, what it will do is it will pull the logs or metrics, not logs, it will pull the metrics from the application, right? In this session, I'm going to assume this application as a Spring Boot application. Basically, Prometheus will pull the metrics from the application, and if at all you want to send any alerts, you can send using Alert Manager. Prometheus will store, it will process and send the alerts if at all you need it. And Grafana will pull the data from the Prometheus and you can visualize it in Grafana. This is the real use case for any project where you have Prometheus and Grafana. Now, I'm going to select Spring Boot as an application and how Prometheus will pull the metrics from the application and how Grafana will pull the data from the Prometheus data source. All these things we are going to see with an example or with a scenario now. Let me explain what exactly we are going to do. We are going to use Spring Boot actuator concept for our application because we need an application which generates these metrics and we are going to assume that as Spring Boot actuator. Basically, Spring Boot actuator is nothing but this module will help you monitor and manage your Spring Boot applications by providing production ready features like health checkup, auditing, metrics gathering, HTTP tracing, etc. This session will focus more on metrics gathering. Actuator, whatever the actuator we are saying, actuator also integrates with external application monitoring systems like Prometheus, Graphite, Datadog, Influx, Wavefront, New Relic, and many more. We are going to focus on Prometheus. This system will provide us dashboards. Basically, this system will provide us dashboards, graphs, and analytics and alarms so that we can monitor and manage our application. And actuator in turn uses micrometer, which is an application metrics facade to integrate with external application monitoring system. Then this is of two parts. Part one, I'll show how to configure actuator in a Spring Boot application and access its features by HTTP endpoints. Part two, how to integrate our actuator with external application monitoring system like Prometheus. In the first part, you can create a Spring Boot application like this. You can go for Spring Initializer, and using Spring Initializer, you can create a Maven project. In the dependencies, we just need to add Spring Web, Spring Security. We can add dependencies like Web, Spring Web. We can add dependency like Security, and then we can add JPA if needed. If you don't need, you can ignore JPA also. And then we need to add actuator, and then we need to add developer tools. These are the dependencies which we need to add, and you can mention actuator demo. And if you click on Java 8 version and click on generate, your project will be generated. I already generated this project and kept it on my GitHub. This is my GitHub, github.com/cloudmasters. In this GitHub, I have a repository, Spring Boot actuator demo. Let me show you the pom.xml. If you see the pom.xml, we have Spring Boot actuator, Spring Boot security, Spring Boot web, and other things as well. This is the first thing which we need to create. If you don't want to use my GitHub, you generate yours. This will generate a project. This is downloading the project. You can push it to GitHub and you can integrate from there. Once we do the first step, second step, what we need to do is we need to add Spring Boot actuator to an existing application. Spring Boot starter actuator, we added this already. If you see my application, I added this already. Spring Boot starter actuator, we added this already. Next thing what we need to do is, basically what does this actuator does is, Actuator creates several endpoints that can be exposed over HTTP or JMH to let you monitor and interact with your application. For suppose, let me clone this application and launch an instance, and I will show what are the endpoints it will generate. I'm using EC2 instance. Let me create an instance quickly, and I'll show what are the different endpoints that we can access with Actuator. I'm using Amazon Linux 2. I'm creating t2.xlarge and then review and launch. I'll create my own key pair and I'll say Prometheus Grafana key pair. Download the key pair and launch instance. This I'll name it as Prometheus Grafana. Prometheus Grafana. Copy the server IP and connect to the server using MobiXterm. Create a session SSH. This is the remote host. Specify username. Username is EC2-user. Advanced SSH settings. Browse for the key pair. This is my key pair. Prometheus Grafana key pair. Once we connect to this system, we need to install all the required softwares. As Spring Boot is a Java-based application, we need to have Maven to build the Spring Boot Maven project. Let me install Java quickly. Ym install Java -1.8.0 open JDK, and then JDK development package I need, and then I need Git, and then I need Maven, and then I need Docker for running Prometheus and Grafana. These are the softwares which I'm going to install now. Perfect. Let us verify all the softwares one by one. Java version, Java is there. Java version, Java version, Java is there. Maven version, Maven is there. Git version, Git is there. And Docker version, Docker is also there. Now, if you want, you can start the Docker service. Service Docker start. And if you want to start Docker service along with the server start, you can say chk config Docker on. Perfect. This is done. Now let me clone my code base so that I'll show all the endpoints easily. This is my code base. Clone this code. Git clone. This is the code. Now go to this project and say mvn clean install. Let it build a jar file. When we run the jar file, we have to see different actuator endpoints, something like /health, /loggers, /prometheus, different things will be there. This is success. Go to the target directory and run java-jar command in background. For that, use nohub command. Nohub java-jar. This is your jar file and say ampersand. Your application is running. If you want, you can see JPS. This is a Java process. And if you want more information, you can see this. This is fine. JPS is fine. And then your Java application is running. If your Spring Boot application is running on other port, you allow that. In my case, my application is running on 8080 port. Let me allow that 8080 port. Click on the security group ID, edit inbound rules. I'll add the port range 80, 80, and I'll allow it from anywhere. Save rules. Now copy the server IP. And what is the first endpoint we are talking about? /loggers or /health. Let me show you that. Control Shift N. Server IP colon 8080 /health. It is asking username and password. We'll see the other error because I have to provide username and password for seeing this. And then we can see along with /health endpoint, I can see /loggers as well. /loggers. Even this is asking username and password. What we can quickly do is, let me open the SRC main resources and we will see what is the username we kept for these things. cd src main resources. In resources, we have application.properties. In application.properties, we have given the actuator username and password. I need to give this username and password. Now provide username and password, then you will be able to see this. Actuator is the username, actuator is the password. Now you can give health endpoint. This is fine. If not, what we can do is we can access an endpoint called /actuator. Instead of all these things, we can access an endpoint called /actuator. It will show all the endpoints available. See, these are different endpoints available. We are speaking about health endpoint, and then this is the health endpoint. Now we are able to get the health endpoint. Now if you see, we are able to get the endpoint. Our application is up and running. Next, if you want to see loggers endpoint, you can see loggers too. This is the loggers endpoint. You can see loggers endpoint as well. See, these are logs for your application. These are logs for your application. In the same way, likewise, from metrics, we can see metrics endpoint also. Let me show you metrics endpoint as well. Metrics endpoint. All these are the metrics. I can see how much memory is used, Java virtual memory used, and buffer memory. All these things I can use. All these are possible because of actuator. This is good. Now, next thing what we need to do is, next, our actuator endpoint can be explicitly enabled and disabled. We can add this enabled and disabled. And next, we want to see Prometheus endpoint as well. For that, what we need to do is, we need to just add a dependency called micrometer registry Prometheus. We need to add micrometer Prometheus registry to our application. This will pull the data and it will push it to an endpoint called /Prometheus. If you go here, actuator, you will have some endpoint called Prometheus as well. See this endpoint, Prometheus. Prometheus also has endpoint. See, lot of metrics are there present in Prometheus. And for this session, we are using Prometheus. To get for your particular project, you need to add a dependency called micrometer Prometheus registry. Once you have added this micrometer registry Prometheus, you can easily access Prometheus as well. But for that, we need to install Prometheus. This is just Prometheus endpoint. But if you want to see this Prometheus endpoint, we need to add this in the Prometheus YML file. Now, next thing, let me show you Prometheus YML file. This is how Prometheus YML file looks. What I will do is, I'll configure Spring Actuator for this particular URL. Actuator Prometheus, I'll configure Prometheus. I will say Spring Prometheus. And for health, I will say Spring Health. Two endpoints I'm going to monitor, /actuator/Prometheus, /actuator/health. These are called jobs, and this is the metrics path. Metrics path is /actuator/health, /actuator/Prometheus, and by default, you have a job name called Prometheus, which will look for /metrics. Total, I have 3 jobs, and I need to mention the server IP as well. Let me copy this and mention it in the server IP. Where are your targets? Prometheus should know where are those metrics located. These are the endpoints. Copy this and create this as a YML file. I'll go back to /root. Here I will create vi Prometheus Prometheus.yml file. Mention this entry here. And if you observe, I have created 3 jobs. The first job name is Prometheus, which will point to /metrics endpoint. Second job is Spring Prometheus, which will point to /actuator/Prometheus. And third job name is Spring Health, which will point to /actuator/health endpoint. And all of them were running on 8080, but the first one is running on 9090. This is Prometheus default metrics. Save this file. Now I'm going to pull Prometheus using this Prometheus YML file. I'm going to run Prometheus using Docker. For that, I have mentioned YML file as well. If you see, I have mentioned the YML file as a volume so that it will use our customized Prometheus YML file. Run this. Now Prometheus is running on 9090 port. We'll go and allow 9090 in the security group. Edit inbound rules. We need to allow 9090. You can add the IP range. This is the. Now you can access Prometheus endpoint. For that, you just need to say 9090 server IP colon 9090. Okay. We'll see whether Prometheus is running or not. Docker ps, it is not running. Docker ps-a. Let me see the failed container. Docker logs. This is the failed container. What it is saying? Line number 32, illegal character found. Let me edit Prometheus YML file. Let me see escape sc number. This will give me line number 32. Line number 32, extra space is there, which is not needed. Let me remove this. Now it is good. Save this. And now remove the existing container, docker rm. My previous command is, this is the Docker container name. And I will run again. This is my command, docker run -detach. I'm running it in background. My container name is Prometheus, and I'm doing port forwarding 9090. And I have mentioned the Docker volume, and I have mentioned the config file too. Now run this. Now we should be able to see this. Now you are able to see Prometheus time series 1. Here you can see the targets in the status. Status, go to targets. You will see 3 endpoints, right? One is Prometheus target, which is running on 9090. Another one is Spring Health, which is running on 8080 /actuator/health. This failed because of some token. You can ignore that. We are focusing more on Prometheus. Spring Prometheus, which is up, and it is running on these endpoint. This endpoint already had some metrics. These metrics you can view in graph. You can go to graph. You can look for system CPU count. You can execute. This is 4 CPUs, right? I used t2.xlash, which is of 4 CPU, 16 GB memory. It is able to show you as the proper CPU count. If you want to see CPU usage, you can see system CPU usage as well. How much CPU usage? This is like, out of this, this is the only CPU usage we are using. If you want to see the request, HTTP request, seconds count. These many number of requests came. These are the URLs, right? Slash loggers, it came one time. Slash health, it came 16 times. Slash actuator slash Prometheus, it came 17 times, right? But here we can see it, but to visualize it in a better way, we are going to use Grafana. If you see, if you want to use visualization, and if you want to query, if you want to visualize, and if you want to explore your metrics, we need to use Grafana. And for Grafana, we need to add Prometheus as a data source. And in plain English, Grafana is nothing but a tool which will convert your time series database into beautiful graphs and visualization, right? Let me run Docker command for Grafana. This will install Grafana, and we can add Prometheus data source to Grafana. Run Grafana. Grafana is running on 3000 port. Go to security groups and allow 3000 in the security groups. Add rule. You can add the rule for 3000, and you can mention this. Now we can access Grafana 2. Copy the server IP and just mention 3000. Now you will get Grafana UI. We need to wait until Grafana gets loaded, and then we need to add Prometheus. Basically, Grafana will pull the information from Prometheus, and then we can visualize it using some dashboard. We'll wait for some time. Like, okay, Grafana is loaded. Default username is admin. Default password is admin. Click on login. If you want, you can change the password. I'm changing the password. Click on submit. Now your password is also changed. Now this is how your Grafana looks, but our actual metrics data is in Prometheus. We need to add Prometheus as a data source to Grafana. Go to Grafana, go to configuration, go to data sources, add data source, and here we already have the Prometheus. You can select this, and you need to mention where is your Prometheus running. This is where my Prometheus is running. Copy this and mention the URL here. This is where my Prometheus is running. Now scroll down and say save and test. Save and test. Your data source got updated. Go back. Now you have the Prometheus data source added already. Now you need to visualize them in the form of graph, right? For that, go to dashboards, manage. Here I need to create a new dashboard, and I need to create a new panel. Here we need to select Prometheus data source, right? Select the Prometheus data source. Here you enter your Prometheus query. Let's say if I want to see the system CPU usage, system CPU usage, you can add it and you can say apply. This is your system CPU usage. If you want to add a panel, you can add one more panel. Let's say I want to see the JVM memory used, Java virtual memory used. I want to see JVM memory used. You can say apply. Likewise, if you want, you can add multiple panels. Let's say I want to add a panel, and for that, add a panel, and this panel you select Prometheus, and in options you say request HTTP request seconds count, and you can say apply, and then finally you can save the dashboard. This dashboard is for Spring Actuator dashboard or Spring Boot dashboard. I can say anything, and click on save. Now your dashboard is saved. Now you can see, you are able to see HTTP server request. You are able to see Java memory used, how much memory is being used, and you are able to see system CPU usage as well. See, This is the system CPU usage at a particular given time. What is the system CPU usage, right? You can see everything. I showed you these things. If at all you want extra parameters, again, you can create a panel and you can convert to row, and you can add a panel. Whenever you add a panel, you need to select the data source, Prometheus, and in the query place, you need to mention some metrics. Let's say CPU, process CPU usage. I want to see process CPU usage. You can say apply and just save dashboard. This is already there. You don't want to do anything. Just go to dashboard. You can scroll down and you can see system CPU usage, other things as well. Whenever you want to see, you can go to dashboard. You can save the dashboard. Your dashboard got saved, and you can click here and you can see everything. See how many process CPU usages are there. This is one job. This is another job. We are able to see these things. In the same way, we are able to see HTTP server request seconds count, and then we are able to see Java virtual memory used bytes. We can see all the Java memory used, and we are able to see system CPU usage as well. Likewise, you can create n number of dashboards and you can monitor it here in Grafana. If you see, what we have done is we have created an application. For that application, we have added actuator and micrometer registry. These two things we added. We added a dependency called Spring Boot Starter Actuator, and then we added a dependency called micrometer registry Prometheus. By adding these two dependencies, Prometheus can pull application data to Prometheus. And Grafana, we need to add Prometheus as a data source, and in Grafana we can visualize using beautiful graphs. Thanks everyone for watching this video.